Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Karin Slaughter's new release, We're All Guilty Here. I did receive a free copy on NetGalley for this from HarperCollins. Thank you so much. This video is not sponsored and all opinions are my own. So this is the start of a new series that Karin Slaughter is writing called North Falls, and this is the town the story is set in. And we're following Emmy Clifton, who's the town's sheriff's daughter, and the Clifton family has been in North Falls for a lot of generations, and they pretty much own the entire town. And it all starts with 4th of July celebration, so we have some fireworks going on, and there 2 teenage girls go missing. And then we go from there and follow the police investigation. And this is also broken up in 2 timelines. So the first part is the 2 girls that go missing, and then eventually we fast forward to 12 years later where something similar happens. And to be honest, I'm not always the biggest fan of police investigations and the whole procedure of it, but Karin's description wasn't too technical and very believable, and so were the characters. And if you've already read one of Karin's books, you know where her writing really shines is the female relationships and female characters. This book is no different. She just always writes these strong female relationships that are complex and real. And really the women in her books are always extremely brave and determined. And that always really pulls me into the story. And that's exactly what happened here as well. And I was invested in Emmy and her character development from the very beginning to end. And it's not just the character development that I thought was very well executed, but just the world building around the town was super captivating. And generally, because I always like to talk about what I think a book is trying to tell us, or what I think are the main themes in here, I would say that this is about what happens when you are not addressing your past trauma properly or at all, and then just the associated guilt with that. And then also, I think it's about people who carry guilt of them knowing that something bad is happening around them, or they have a feeling something bad is happening, and they stay quiet and don't do anything about it. And I really love the small town vibes and just all the different characters that are living in it. And what I also really enjoyed is that you think you know what's going on, but you really don't, because every chapter seems to be bringing up more trauma and secrets of the residents. Yes, the themes in here are really dark, but in comparison to, let's say, Pretty Girls, it's not like that, but it is descriptive at times, and I think I should mention that. Also, in typical Karin Slaughter fashion, her chapters and books are generally really long, but that really builds up the tension, so when you get to one of the twists at first and then eventually a really big one at the end as well, you feel like you've earned it, you know? And I wouldn't recommend you rushing through this, because you're gonna miss out on clues and some other little hints that are coming up. And really, after finishing it, I feel like I want to immediately reread it now knowing what happened, because I think I actually missed some of the things, or maybe a lot of the things that happen in here. And I love when that happens. And I personally didn't figure out any of the twists. I was completely caught off guard, and I love that feeling. And just going back to the length of the book, I do think that right around the middle of the book, it did drag on a little bit, and it felt like the story was stalling a little bit and we didn't really move forward. And that's also the only reason why I don't give it 5 stars. But I would recommend it to you whether you have read a Karin Slaughter book before or not. And even if you're typically not a fan of detective work and things like that, I do think it's worth checking it out. Because like I said, I'm not really a fan of that either, but her writing just makes it so easy to get through. And despite it being a really long book, I think it's super accessible. But before you start, definitely check the trigger warnings. Her books are always really dark, as I mentioned, so keep that in mind. But I really hope you enjoyed this book review, and if you want more of that, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also, let me know if you've read the book yet, or if you're interested in reading this. And let me know if you've read any other of Karin Slaughter's books before, because she has an extensive backlist. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.